Welcome to SV Union High School and Junior College.
Standard 6, History, Chapter number 6, Janapadas and Mahajanapadas, Part 2. Welcome students. Today we will see the remaining part of this lesson. So let us start. Now students, we are going to see the four most powerful Mahajanapadas, or we can say the most powerful states. In this slide you can see that I have shaded the portion which are where the points are similar or where the concepts are similar. So I have shaded them with the same color. Now we are going to see where these states were located. Now Kosala was located in the foothills of the Himalayas in the region of Uttar Pradesh and Nepal. Vatsa was located in the region around Prayag, that is Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh, and Avanti was located in the Malwa region of Madhya Pradesh. Magadha was located in the regions of Gaya, Patna in Bihar and some regions in Bengal. Shravasti was the capital of Kosala, Kosam was the capital of Vatsa, Ujjaini, which is called as Ujjain, was the capital of Avanti, and Rajagriha, which is called as Rajgir today, was the capital of Magadha. Next you can see King Prasenjit was the king of Kosala, King Udayana was the king of Vatsa, and King Pradyot was the king of Avanti. King Bimbisara was the king of Magadha. Then you can also see that all the kings who belong to these states, or we can say which belong to this Mahajanapadas, they were the contemporary of Gautam Buddha and Vardhaman Mahavir. That means they were the followers of Gautam Buddha and Vardhaman Mahavir. King Prasenjit, who was the king of Kosala, was the follower of Gautam Buddha and Vardhaman Mahavir. Then King Udayana was also the follower of Gautam Buddha, who was the king of Vatsa. The king of Avanti, Pradyot, was also the follower of Gautam Buddha and Vardhaman Mahavir. And King Bimbisara, who was the king of Magadha, was also the follower of Gautam Buddha. Later on children, Kosala merged with Magadha because the king of Magadha conquered Kosala. He conquered and occupied the area of Kosala, and that is why Kosala had to merge with Magadha. The king of Avanti conquered the state of Vatsa. The king of Avanti, that means Avanti conquered Vatsa, and that is why Vatsa got merged with Avanti. Later on, Avanti was merged with Magadha because Magadha also conquered the Mahajanapada or the state of Avanti, and that is why Avanti also got merged with Magadha. That means Kosala and Avanti plus Vatsa, these all three states at last got merged with Magadha, and then Magadha became a bigger state where all the three powerful states or Mahajanapadas also got merged with it. Now we'll see the ancient and modern names of the 16 Mahajanapadas. First is Kashi, which is in Benares. Second is Kosal, which is in Lucknow. Then Mala, which is in Gorakhpur. Vatsa, which is in Allahabad. Chedi, which is in Kanpur. Kuru, which is in Delhi. Panchal, which is in Rohilkhand. Matsya, which is in Jaipur. Shursen, which is in Mathura. Ashmak, which is in Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Avanti, which is in Ujjain. Anga, which is in Champa, East Bihar. Magadha, which is in South Bihar. Vriji, which is in North Bihar. Gandhara, which is in Peshawar, and Kamboj, which is near Gandhara. The next one is about the Nanda kings of Magadha. The Nandas were ruling the kingdom, that is the Magadha kingdom. They ruled the empire of Magadha So Nandas ruled the kingdom of Magadha, or they ruled the Magadha Empire between 364 BCE. Now what is BCE, children? BCE means before Common Era, and 324 BCE. So they ruled the Magadha Empire between 364 to 324 BCE. They had set up a good administrative system to run the huge empire. They had a huge 4-column army of infantry. Now what is infantry? Infantry means the soldiers who are on their foot. They are on their foot so that they can have the battle. Then cavalry. Cavalry means what? Cavalry means the soldiers who are on the back of the horse, who are on the horseback to have the battle or to have a war. Next is a chariot. Chariot means what? It is a carriage which is driven by a charioteer, and they are using the horses to drive that chariot. So basically these chariots were used for the kings. They used to be on that and they had a battle with the other kings or with the other states or kingdoms. And elephants. As if you have seen any mythological serial, in that if you have seen, like for example Mahabharata, if you have seen that serial, in that you might have seen that many of the soldiers, some of the soldiers are there on the foot, some of them are there are on the horseback, and basically if you see the kings, they are on the chariots, and some of the soldiers or some of the main officers are there on the elephants. Now the Nandas also introduced the system of standard weights and measures. You know what is a weight? Standard weights and measure. When you want to measure any item or any goods, that time you use the weights and measures. So we are going to come to the last paragraph of this lesson. So here you can see King Dhanananda. He was the last king of the Nanda dynasty, and during this time, during his reign, the Magadha, it got extended. Up to this time, the Magadha got extended up to Punjab in the west. During Dhananand's reign, Chandragupta Maurya, who was an ambitious youth, he won Patliputra. He won Patliputra. And what is Patliputra? Patliputra is the capital of Magadha Empire. So he won the capital. He conquered this place, that is Pataliputra, who was the capital of Magadha, and he ended the Nanda regime. He ended the Nanda regime. No, he ended the Nanda dynasty, and he laid the foundation of the Maurya Empire. As you can see, his name is Chandragupta Maurya, and that is why he laid the foundation of the Maurya Empire. Now children, we have finished the lesson here. This was the last paragraph. In the next lesson, we are going to see about the foreign invasions on the western and the northwestern frontiers of India. That is during the rise of the Maurya Empire. We are also going